All right, so now before we get into the thick of it all, we're going to go through some background on Emily Bundy. So she was born on July 30th, 1818, in Thornton, Yorkshire of England, which, as you can see from the map over to the right, is pretty far up there in England. I was very surprised as to how far she lived outside of London. Emily had 5 siblings. The oldest one was Maria. Maria went to the Cowan Bridge School with the next oldest sister, Elizabeth. And both of them were living in pretty rough living conditions while they were there. They weren't very well treated and whatnot. So then when they came home, they ended up both contracting tuberculosis and unfortunately ended up passing away. Emily was also at the Cowan Bridge School with the 2 sisters. However, she wasn't there for as long as they were, so she didn't get sick and get tuberculosis like the 2 of them. The third oldest sister was Charlotte. Charlotte was a poet and a novelist, and you may know her from her most famous piece, Jane Eyre. The only boy of the family was Patrick Branwell, and he got everyone called him Branwell, and he got his name from his mother's maiden name. He was a painter and a writer, and unfortunately he developed alcoholism, and he died at age 31. But 31 was pretty average to pass away at that age, so it wasn't uncommon. Emily was the second youngest, and she, as we know, is a poet and a novelist. She helped write Wuthering Heights, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then Anne is the youngest sister, who was also a poet and a novelist. Their 2 parents are Patrick Bunty, who was a reverend, and their mother, Maria Branwell.